Welcome to the AGA podcast, the voices behind today's grocery industry.
This is Paul DeMarco with the Alabama Grocers Association podcast. I'm with Ellie Taylor and Pat McWhorter. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
It's hard to believe we're in a new year in 2026, but before we talk about 2026, let's look back at the past year. Let's talk about when it comes to what's going on in politics and government this past year. What were some of the highlights?
Well, we had a reasonably good year, not quite like the year before, but we came within one final vote on the Senate floor of getting RTD, ready to drink, passed. And the Senate President Pro Tem assures me that that's going to happen this year. We did get a fairly major PBM reform, pharmacy benefit manager reform, passed. We kind of split with the business community and supported this effort. It takes care of our independent pharmacists, and there were a lot of benefits for the chain drugstores, pharmacies. But we've been assured that we're going back this year to get the extensions and the protections of that pharmacy benefit manager law extended to those chain drugstores that are not affiliated with a PBM provider. So that was big. But other than that, it was just it was a crazy year politically.
Well, and then obviously the grocery tax and where we were with the grocery tax.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see. I don't know if we're going to be able to get another bite at the apple coming up. Budgets, all of the COVID money has run out. That made up both the education and the general fund budgets flush. That's gone. So now they're going to be having to manage with what they've got. So it's probably going to be very little increases in anything this coming year. We're still waiting to hear, though. This was the first year on the 1 cent reduction in the grocery tax, and the Department of Revenue created a new way to measure by counting just that 3 cents sales tax on, which would be just grocery.
Right.
So now, by the end of the year, we'll have a report that will actually say, what did that penny cost?
Well, good. Well, maybe we'll look about that for 2026.
Right.
In the meantime, let's talk about the association and grocers as a whole this past year, the big issues this past year. Ellie?
When I think of 2025, one of the things that I'm going to always think of is the government shutdown. We've had government shutdowns in the past, but this year was really unprecedented because not only did the parts of government shutdown that FNS to do SNAP and WIC, but participants did not get benefits. And that's something that I've been here 30 years. The association is 35 years old. I have never seen that happen in federal government. And so we hope as an association that we did a good job of letting our members know what was happening, when it was happening, how the state was coordinating that. I was on the phone every single day with Brandon Harden with DHR, to talk about where are we, when are people going to get their benefits, and then also how we could let, as grocers, the community. We're so community focused as grocers. We do so much for the community, and letting those people that come into our stores every day that did not have food, let them know where to go, where they could help feed their families, what resources were out there. So that's something that I hope that we really did a good job on. And I'm talking moving into 2026, that's something we'll have to continue to watch. If the federal government doesn't come up with another extension, then that could be another issue going into next year. So I very much hope that doesn't ever happen again. But if it does, I just want our members to know that we're here for them as a resource. We're here to help them. A lot of what we did too after the shutdown was get people their SNAP licenses. All of the Winn-Dixies and things that got purchased, a lot of them by our independent stores, all of those SNAP licenses had to be approved and could not be approved during the shutdown. So the last month or so, I've spent a lot of time helping our members get those licenses up and running and get those stores together.
It was a busy 2025, but now we're here in a new year in 2026. Happy New Year. So, Pat, a lot going on in 2026, both in state government and politics. So what kind of your prognostications for 2026 in politics?
Well, to start with, when can you remember a time when literally every constitutional office in Alabama was up for grabs?
Big election year.
We've got an open Senate seat. We've got an open governor's seat. We've got an open lieutenant governor's seat, open attorney general's seat. We've got the Secretary of State running for another office, which leaves his office open. We've got the State Auditor running for another office, which leaves his office open.
And all 140 members of the legislature.
140 members of the legislature, two PSC seats.
Busy year in politics for the election cycle.
Yeah, we're popular people right now.
Good.
To our friends and members supporting SACPAC. We do have some weapons to fight with, but it's going to be a Donnybrook. I was thrilled that one of Senator Tuberville's first outings after he declared that he was going to run for governor, he came to the Alabama Grocers Association convention.
It was a big deal.
Really significant.
So that's what's going to be big in 2026, a lot of politics for the association and grocers in 2026, Ellie.
So there's, so many topics. Obviously, grocery prices are something that we're trying to communicate to consumers to let them know why they're high. You've had the cattle issue with the low cattle production that's made meat prices go high. And obviously, the supply chain is still not where we want it to be. You still got the Ukraine conflict going on. And so all of those things just lead to higher prices all throughout the supply chain. So continue to monitor that, continue to monitor other issues. AI is a big topic right now in the grocery world of how can we as grocers use those tools in a good way to get messaging out to our consumers. And so I encourage everybody to come to our conference in July. It's the 6th through the 9th. We're going to have some great speakers. Many of you know Michael Sansolo, who is a very good industry speaker in the grocery world that is at FMI and NGA and all the different conferences. He's going to do 2 days of seminars at our conference. We're bringing in Taylor Hicks, so an Alabama icon, to come and do entertainment. And so we just got a lot of great things happening. Obviously, our golf tournament and clay shoots, things that support our foundation. Our foundation's raised over $1.5 million since we started it. So the AGA is really in a great spot, and I really look forward to 2026.
We'd love to invite everybody that can to come participate in our Day on the Hill in Montgomery this spring. That's coming early this year.
February the 25th.
Yeah, it's a delightful time. The governor will be there. Most of the constitutional officers will be there, especially all the candidates will be there. Members of the legislature. It's great for us, for them to connect us to the people we represent. And it's just a wonderful time. Lots of food. All of our Out by Alabama best vendors come, and they fry Conecuh sausage and serve Coke and Pepsi, and Bluebell ice cream is one of the most popular things, needless to say. But it's just a wonderful day, and it's so good for you to get involved in the process.
Well, that's coming up next month, so we'll be talking about it as we get closer to that date and go from there. So Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you again for being with the Alabama Grocers Association podcast.